Why option number second is the incorrect answer and option number 4 is the correct answer, we are going to find out right now. The question is asking you about Spearman-Brown formula from your psychological testing, okay, in the under the heading of reliability. Now, relationship between reliability and validity. No, it has nothing to do with the validity over here. Internal consistency reliability. Yes, it is correct. ICR. Okay. Under the head of ICR, under the main heading of reliability, it comes ICR, and under this ICR, it will come as the split half reliability. But why is this incorrect? Because Spearman-Brown formula explains which of the following, but it does not explain internal consistency reliability. Though internal consistency reliability under this split half is coming, not split half in under this ICR is coming. Okay. All right. Now item total correlations, it has nothing to do with that also, and that is why option number 4 becomes the most reasonable, logical and the correct answer. It explains the relationship between reliability and length of the test. Okay, so let's suppose you are having a test having 100 items. You will just divide by using odd even or whatever coin, split the coin method, whatever the method you want to do. Odd even is the most useful, and by doing this what you will do, you will just 50 50 and then you will calculate in whichever way you want to calculate using the Spearman-Brown formula. Okay. So yes, this is confusing. ICR can be the answer, but if they would have asked the question differently, not in this way, where they have asked about what Spearman-Brown formula is explaining. So what it explains, it explains the relationship between reliability and length of the test. Hello everyone, you are watching M.Phil Clinical Psychology mock test series video number second. If you have not watched the previous video where we have discussed more questions before this particular video, make sure that you check that out and you check this complete video number second followed by video number third. Now talking about this mock test series, the reliability. Okay, the reliability, we will talk about this thing shortly. So what is reliability? Reliability is what it intends to measure, right? Reliability is called as what it intends to measure, but this is absolutely wrong. You need to study, you need to get hold of what is complete reliability, whether it has to do something with the length of test or not. And for that, what you will do, you will refer to this particular book. Everything is explained in a very concise, crisp and a beautiful manner. Not so beautiful, there are no images, but still the wordings, the terminology used is quite enough for you. Now, what is reliability? Reliability is go and read in this book, but right now we will talk about the types of reliability. So there are multiple types of reliability. Most famous of one of those are test retest reliability, your ICR internal consistency reliability, and your alternate form or parallel form reliability. All of these are having some different kinds of error. From where you can read that, refer to this book, you will get answers over there. Now under this ICR, what comes? Under this ICR comes the split half reliability, which we have discussed just now. Under this comes the Cronbach Alpha, Rulon Flanagan and Okuda Richardson KR20, KR21. All these comes under the heading of your ICR, called as the internal consistency reliability. Now next question is, which among following is not the component of big five factor model of personality? Now this is from your personality topic, big five factor, Robert McRae and Costa, if I'm not wrong, 1972. Now as you can see, the ocean mnemonic will come into picture again, OCAN, neuroticism for this thing, agreeableness, this E, this conscientiousness for this thing, and this openness for this particular thing. Okay, so what is E? I am not able to recall. Please comment on below. What does E stands for in the big five factor given by Robert McRae and Costa 1972? But out of these, this conservatism is not the component of your big five factor model of personality. So conservatism is going to be the correct answer, and I hope you all would have marked this correctly as well. Now this particular question, what is the corresponding Z score to 50th percentile? Now this question has been mixed with your standard score, Z score and your NPC and all those things. Okay, so options are 50, 1, 0 and 100. So how you can answer this correctly? So first of all, try to think what is going to be the correct answer. Then we will look into the complete picture that what is going to be the correct answer. Is it the correct answer 50, 1, 0 or 100? If you have marked 50, so sorry, this is the wrong answer. If you have marked 0, so sorry, but this is the correct answer. If you have marked 100, wrong answer, 1 wrong answer. So what is the correct answer over here? It is 0. Why it is 0? Because what is the corresponding Z score? So what is the Z score? First of all, you need to identify, is Z score a standard score or not? Is Z score a standard score or not? Try to find out this thing. Also try to find out, is a T score is the standard, stenine or sten score are the standard score or not. Okay, for that what you can do, go to refer to the A book. Everything is mentioned very clearly over there. Okay, all right. Now talking about this NPC, I hope all of you would knowing this thing. This is called as the NPC. The bell-shaped kurtosis is not 0, it is 0.263. The kurtosis is 0.263. Skewness is 0. It is bimodal or unimodal. It is not bimodal. It is unimodal. Okay. Now we will have the mean, median, mode all over here, and we will just divide this. So what is the score? If we talk about the Wechsler Intelligence Adult Intelligence Scale, WAIS, as per that, what is going to be the score over here? It is going to be 100, right? Plus then we will have the first division as 115, like this, 130 over here and 145 over here in the third, I mean the third SD over here. Okay. Now this is going to be 85 and this is going to be 70 and this is going to be 55 over here. Now this is plus 1 SD, plus 2 SD, plus 3 SD. This is minus 1 SD, minus 2 SD and minus 3 SD over here. Now what they have mentioned is, they have mentioned the percentile. Now for this particular thing you have to just remember, you have to just memorize, because till your entire life these all things are going to be very similar for all of you. Okay, so what is exactly happening and how this percentile is calculated? You just need to remember some random numbers right now. Okay, so be the having house, just remember these random numbers 2, 14, 34 and just duplicate this in the reverse order 14 and 2. Okay, so this is the thing which is you need to take care of whenever you will solve questions on NPC and this percentile rank. To calculate percentile ranks, it is so simple and easy. Okay, so just remember this 2, 14, 34, 34, 14 and 2. So what it means, 14 plus 2, 16 and 16 plus 34 means 50. So 50 people or 50% of people will be on this side of the NPC, and 34, 14 and 2 when you will add on, you will get the next 50 persons, next 50 people over here. Okay, so this is just simple bifurcation. And what is this? This is percentile, this is also percentile, this is also percentile, this is also percentile, this is also percentile, and this is also the percentile. Okay, so what they are asking is, let's try to find out what is the corresponding Z score to 50th percentile. Now first of all you have to identify where is the 50th percentile. You have told me 2 is the percentile, 14 is the percentile, 34 is the percentile, then next 34 is the percentile, 14 is the percentile, and then 2 is the percentile. Okay, so what you have to do is, how to find the 50th percentile? It will always lie in the middle, the mean, median, mode. It will always lie over here. Okay, so what you need to do is just simply add 14 plus 2, 16 plus 34. This is called as the what? This is called as the it is out of the screen right now. It is called as the 50th percentile. Okay, right on the Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scale, what will be the score? It will be 100 score. Okay, so if I tell you that on WAIS, if someone is on 50th percentile, what would be his IQ? Then his IQ will be 100. Okay, fair enough. All right, but now we are not talking about the WAIS, Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scale. We are talking about the Z score. Z score is what? It is a standard score, and for that you need to understand the mean and SD of each and every standard score. For let's suppose we will take the example for a T score. What is going to the mean? Mean is going to be 50 and the SD is going to be 10. Okay, but for the Z score, what is the mean? Mean is 0 and SD is 1. This is so fixed, so precise that you have to remember this thing for your entire life. And for T score, it is 50 and SD and 10. Okay, and this will help you in any of the examination which you are sitting for. Okay, these mock test series will help you anywhere you go in your entire life. Now this is the NPC once again. This is this thing. Where is the median or mode or this lying in NPC? It is over here. Okay, now if I draw 100 as the mean as per WAIS, so where I will draw the mean of Z score? Where I will draw the mean of Z score? Obviously I will draw once again over here. Over here, this is going to the mean. Now where does 1 SD will fall? What will be the 1 SD? It will be plus 1, it will be plus 2 and it will be plus 3. Okay, Z score mean standard deviation of 1 1. What it will be? It will be minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3 likewise. Okay, now What if I have to calculate what is going to be the percentile rank for 84? So where does 84 lies? 2, 14, 34. Obviously this is 50 and 34 and 14 and 2. Okay, so what is the percentile over here? It is 2. What is the percentile over here? It will change to 16. Okay, and then we are getting this 34, then we will get the 50, and this will be 84. If this is 50th percentile, 50 plus 34 is going to be 84. So what is going to be the Z score for 84 percentile rank? It will be plus 1. Fair enough. Now what they are asking? They are asking for the 50th percentile. What they are asking? They are asking for the 50th percentile. So on 50th percentile, what is going to be the Z score? It will be 0, and that is how you will come up to the answer. So first, for that, what you need to understand is the basic NPC, how it is, what it is, and the just the standard score and the, sorry, not standard score, the mean and SD of your this particular Z score. Okay, so that is why answer is correct, 0. Why 100? See, they have given 100. Why? Because they want you to think for the Wechsler adult intelligence scale, but you are smart enough, you will not answer this. Why they have given 50? Because they know you might be confused with T score. Because if I tell you, if let's suppose the question is like that, what is the corresponding T score to 50th percentile? What is the answer? Tell me now. For T score, obviously it will be 50, because T will fall 50, 1 SD will be 60, 2 SD will be 70, and 3 SD will be 80, likewise 40, 30 and 20. So for 50th percentile, what will be the T score over here? It will be 50 once again. But the question is asking about Z score. Correct answer is this, and I hope you got to understand. And now this is what I was mentioning when we started with the reliability. What are they have given? They have given the types of reliability. They are not asking what is reliability, but you have to find out by reading in the book, or you can just Google it and comment also, so that I will also know what is the definition of reliability. Okay, so what are the types of reliability? It can be split half, alternate form immediate, alternate form delayed, and test retest. So test retest, you know, this you also know, this you also know. Now tell me, out of these four, which is ICR, which is under the head of ICR. What does ICR stands for? It stands for internal consistency reliability, and we have just solved this thing that it is talking about the split half. Okay, so what is happening now? What are the conditions given over here? One testing session and one form, one testing session and two forms, one form, two form. Okay, now in the split half, what you will do, one testing session will be there and one form will be there. It is so easy. This is the correct answer. In alternate form immediate, you will prepare two forms. Let's suppose you have given on 15th and you have given on 30th. Okay, so let's suppose you have made a test on, let's say, what you can relate with is geography. Okay, so you have prepared two tests, two forms for geography, and you have given to one group. Okay, you have given two forms to one group. Okay, sorry, this was for immediate. I was explaining this 50 and 30 will come for the delayed. Why? Because we are having these two testing sessions. Okay, and one form will be there. And in test retest, two testing session and two forms will be there. One form will be given over here and one form will be given over here. Don't read, don't study from here. Refer to the ebook, get the clear and concise knowledge from there, and it will be more helpful for you. Correct answer is one over here. Okay, you have to find out, and they can ask you about the errors. Okay, which error will fall where? Okay, about the time error, and what are the different types of error that occur in all these things. You have to find out that particular thing as well. Okay, so test retest, alternate form delayed, alternate form immediate. They can also give the name as parallel form as well. Okay, they can also ask about the parallel form thing over here, as it is just the alternate name for that. Okay, now next question, try to answer this. It is easy one once again. Who among the following theorists propose that knowledge is socially constructed by the child and others within the culture? What will come in the picture? ZPD, zone of proximal development. Who has told us about zone of proximal development? Who was from Russia or Russia? Who was from Russia? Out of these, Jean Piaget, Erik Erikson, Sigmund Freud, Lev Vygotsky. Only one name is coming out as Lev Vygotsky. This guy was from Russia, gave ZPD, talked about the socially constructed thing and all those things. Okay, about the moderator and rest all you know, just study from the basic books. Now, Jean Piaget is not going to be the answer, because he is going to talk about the CD, the cognitive development. He is going to talk about the SPCF, the sensory motor pre-operational concrete and the formal operationals, and what this is object permanence. This is conservation not coming, irreversibility, and that abstract thinking at the last. So it is coming in each and every paper, so make sure that you have revise that very well. Now, Eric Erikson is what? Eric Erikson is giving you the psychosocial development, right? The psychosocial development theory, where we are needed or we are told about the 8 stages. Also, he talked about the gender labeling, gender and all those things. Okay, and about Sigmund Freud, obviously he will not talk about the social construction any day. So just to summarize this thing, whenever there is talking or whenever there is a question on social construction, always try to find out this guy from Russia plus one more guy, Yuri Braun Brenner, okay, about this model, this thing, meso, micro, exo, okay, this model. Only and only these two guys have talked about the social construction and all those things. The rest is just history, and I hope you would have marked the option number second in this particular question. Now, next question, important one. Who among the following is not a neo-Freudian? Do you know it's interesting how Gustav Fechner is associated with your psychoanalysis? Have you ever wondered about this thing? How or Gustav Fechner can be associated with the psychoanalytic stream and this approach? How Sigmund Freud got what all those things? Okay, it is related to this guy also. 1801, this guy born Gustav Fechner, also known as the father of psychophysics. But right now we are talking about the neo-Freudian, not the antecedent of your psychoanalysis. Now, in this neo-Freudian, obviously they will be born or they will be making up their theories after Sigmund Freud. Okay. Now, as you can see, it is easy to eliminate. Karen Horney, Eric Erikson, and Sullivan are these three and pre-para sin. You have to just remember, just like Ebbinghaus, these nonsense syllables. Okay, so this is given by Sullivan. So let's suppose any day if this question is coming up from Sullivan, pre, para, and syntaxic, paratexic, and pretaxic, something like that. Just remember this pre, para, sin, nonsense syllable, just like Ebbinghaus. And whenever you will see question on Sullivan, you will remember this pre, para, and sin. Now, Sullivan is what? Is a neo-Freudian. Eric Erikson, I just told you about gender constancy, label, and all those things, plus the 8 stages of your psychosocial development. And Karen Horney is also a neo-Freudian, talked about womb envy. And you will be amazed that you are going to solve this question in this particular mock test also. Okay, so second, fourth, and third, all three are neo-Freudians, but Allport is not the neo-Freudian. Okay, talked about what? Talked about personality. Now there is a catch. Over here, are they talking about Gordon Allport, G. Allport, or they talking about his brother, his cousin? Okay, but Allport is obviously Allport or Allport is not obviously the neo-Freudian over here. Okay, so G. Allport gave you the proprium and these 7 stages of self, all those things, and talked about trait, secondary, cardinal, and all those things. Now, once again, an easy one. Which of the following is not an archetype or archetype? Which of the following? Obviously, archetype given by C. Jung or C. Jung, whatever you want to call. Anima, animus, and shadow are archetype. But you just learned right now. Womb envy was given by whom? Even if you know this much, see, even if you know womb envy was given by Karen Horney, still you will be able to solve this answer even if you don't know about Carl Jung. Because womb envy is given by Karen Horney, archetypes is given by obviously Carl Jung. That much you will know if you are preparing for these entrances, and obviously you will be easily able to eliminate womb envy. So the correct answer is which of the following is not an archetype? Womb envy is not an archetype. Shadow, animus, and anima are the archetypes. So please comment down below what is the archetype. I don't know. That is why I am not able to explain what is the archetype. And shadow, anima, animus. I know this is I guess masculine, feminine, something to do with that. And what is archetype? Make sure that you define below. Okay, so in your entire life you would have learned about Broca's area, but today you will learn about Broca's arc. Okay, so we will learn about where is Broca's arc, but it's just a slight misprint in this particular test. So we will just simply avoid that and we will not take any risk. We will just imply or apply or use our knowledge. Now they are talking about the Broca's area is located in which of the following lobes of the brain, and from there started one of our favorite units that is called as biopsychology. Now they have given temporal lobe, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, and occipital lobe. I don't know if we have discussed in mock test series about these lobes, but we are going to do this shortly. So try to answer this. What is the correct answer for this? Broca's area is located in which of the lobes of the brain? Okay, so this is you smiling right now watching this particular video. These are your ears. Okay, just try to whatever like this, and this is your, not this, this is it, and these are your hairs over here. Okay, this is your hair area. Now what is happening is this thing we will refer to as the frontal lobe. Okay, this is called as the frontal lobe, and that is where, from where you are taking all the heavy difficult easy life situation decisions of your life. Okay, called as the frontal lobe. Now if I just make you move like this, now your ear will be like this, and now it will go over here. Okay, we are looking from this side angle. So now this is your frontal lobe where all the things are taking place. Now this is the frontal lobe, this is your ear, and just behind your ear you are having this temporal lobe. Okay, whatever you will listen will go to this temporal lobe first. That is why we are having the auditory cortex over here, auditory cortex over here in this temporal lobe. Along with that we are having the Wernicke's area also to comprehend. Okay, see why the need. Okay, wait, let me first explain all the lobes. Now over here we are having this parietal lobe, and over here we are having this occipital lobe. It's quite interesting how whatever you are seeing right now, you are watching this tree or you are watching this video, this reverse image into your eyes from the retina, rods, cones, all the way to the thalamus, and all is going towards where? It is going towards the this occipital lobe where we are having the visual cortex. So if the question comes, where is visual cortex located? It is located in the occipital or occipital lobe. Where is auditory cortex located? It is located in the temporal or temporal lobe. Where is Wernicke's area? It is also once again in the temporal lobe. Where is somatosensory cortex? Now what does soma means? I have told you in the previous section. It is talking about the body. So what does body will help you to feel, to touch? I mean the senses. Your touch, feel, hot, cold, warm, whatever you are feeling, all the information is going towards the somatosensory cortex. It is located in the parietal lobe. Okay, so if the question comes, where is somatosensory cortex, or where we will find the unipolar neurons for our tactile things and all those things, it is always in the parietal lobe. And in this frontal lobe we are having what? We are having the Broca's area. Broca's area will always be in the frontal lobe. Now to remember this, I would like to help you. Are you on Facebook? If yes, do send the request. Are you on WhatsApp? Make sure that you are doing hi. Okay, see why this is important, because Facebook is important because of the F stands for the frontal lobe and B stands for the Broca's area. So I hope you will now never forget in your life FB, Facebook, and frontal lobe is always in the Broca area. Just remember the FB, you will remember, you will recall frontal lobe with the Broca's area. Now why WhatsApp? Because W stands for the Wernicke's area, A stands for the auditory cortex, and T stands for the temporal lobe. Where is frontal lobe? Right above your eyes. Where is temporal lobe? Just behind your, besides your ears, or just behind your this thing. Where is parietal lobe? Right above your head. If you have ever measured your height, obviously if you are, I will not try to say that, no bias over here, but yeah, if you have ever measured your height, you would have put a cardboard right above this thing, and this is where the parietal lobe starts, and this is what? This is your occipital lobe, right beyond your atlas and axis, those two bones, from where the spinal cord is ending, like this spinal cord is ending, and you are having the occipital lobe over here. That is the also area where you will have what? Where you will have your cerebellum. And what does cerebellum use? To coordinate and with your body movements and all those things. Okay, all right. Now are you on Facebook? Yes, you are on Facebook. Broca's arc, not arc area, is located in which of the lobes of the brain? It is located in the frontal lobe. Where is somatosensory cortex located out of these? It is located in the parietal lobe. Where is Wernicke's area located? Wernicke's area, it is located in the temporal lobe. Where is auditory area located, or auditory cortex located? It is located in the temporal lobe. And where is what? What is located in the occipital lobe? Make sure that you comment down below as well. What is in the occipital lobe, and where is V1 and V2? Where is Broadman area? Try to find out. We'll look into that in the upcoming videos of our mock test part number 3. So with this, we are ending with this our series of mock tests, this video of part number 2. I hope you would have liked it, enjoyed it, and learned a lot of things. See you all in the next video. That is going to be the part number 3, MT3. And make sure that if you like this video, make sure that you are liking it, sharing it with your friends who are preparing for M.Phil entrances and having a deficit of these kind of mock tests where you can enhance your knowledge, where you can try to answer maximum number of questions. And see you all soon. Avianto.